Good morning to you. Today we're making an owl. Here is our owl. He's made out of silk. Clive's preaching to us about wisdom and discernment from Philippians this week. And I think wisdom is being aware of what's going on and looking at it through the eyes of God. And what better character to illustrate wisdom and looking around and having big eyes to see what's going on is an owl. So here we have an owl. Now I'm going to make this out of salt dough. The recipe will be on the website, but it's basically 1 cup of flour, half a cup of salt, half a cup of warm water, 1 tablespoon of oil. Mix them together with a spoon and then knead them for 2 or 3 minutes, maybe 5 minutes, and you are ready. That is your salt dough made. So that's it, quite easy. I made some yesterday. Here it is. I wrapped it in cling film, put it in the fridge, and it's fine. It should last for at least a week. So there's my salt dough. So nice and sticky. So I've just got a little piece here, and this is what we're going to use to make the owl. So there's a small piece of salt dough. Rolling it out. Now, you can make it as thin as you like, really. Yesterday, the ones I made yesterday, I did about 1 centimetre in depth, but I think that's a little bit too deep. So there you can see, I've just rolled it out there. And you could use cutter, but in the recipe I found on, what was it, My Kid Craft? Where's that gone? Just pick that up again. It's gone. Yes. mykidcraft.com. I found a little plan how to make an owl, and it suggests using a glass. So there's a glass, and I'm just cutting a circle with glass. It's a bit sticky. If it is sticky, you can add more flour, but I quite like it sticky at the moment. So there's a circle of salt dough. With the glass again, I'm going to cut the top off, and I'm going to make some wing shapes, but not pressing all the way down with my glass. So this is quite quick and easy. There you are, you can see that there. Cut the top off and using the glass, just make some wing shapes each side. Now, with a pointed pencil or skewer, I'm using my bead thing, hole maker, but you could use a sharp pencil, anything, even I was using a paintbrush yesterday as well. So with that, I'm just making where I want the eyes to be, where I want the beak to be. I'm going to make some hot holes all the way down, just with my, I could show you this. Can you see? I'm just doing like feathers, so also you could do this with a blade of the scissors, like that, and a hole at the top for hanging it up, because I think we're going to make an autumn decoration. Because we'll have in Christmas decorations in a few months' time, but I think we'll make an autumn decoration because owls are sort of autumn, aren't they? Right, so there we are, that's our basic thing. Now that can go in the oven, very, very low heat, about 100 for at least an hour. I would recommend 2 hours at least, and maybe leave it in the oven after you've turned the oven off, and then it will cool and it will dry out. And the main thing is you want it to dry out. So there we are, that's ready for the oven. So, what have we got now? Here's the one, I made 2 yesterday, and here's the one I showed you to start with. So here's the other one. So that's just come out the oven, well, it came out yesterday. It's quite dry. As you can see, I probably didn't bake it long enough because it's sort of not quite baked on the back. So there we are, so that's ready for painting. So we need some paint. Now, like I said, I fancied a bit of an autumn decoration today. So I've got my orange paint ready. This is just acrylic paint. probably you can use any paint, but acrylic paint's nice because it covers with one coat. So just simply colouring all over with orange paint. I'm not doing the beak at the moment. Get the idea? There we are, orange paint all over. So that, once that's coloured in, that needs to dry. There we are, right. Okay, so that was quick. And as I say, I just did that an hour ago, so that's nice and dry. So I'm just going to add a few features to it. So I'm going to use yellow and brown. So I've got yellow here. And I have brown. There's my brown here. I do like these little tubes. They're really not expensive. You can get them on eBay. Just little tubes of acrylic paint, and they do last for ages. So recommend this. Right. So I'll use a different brush. I'll use this brush for the brown. And what I'm going to do, I'm just going to add the features. Can you remember I did all those little dots there? So I'm going to bring those out a little bit. And I also made some lines here for the feathers on the wings. So I'm just going to, probably could do the finer brush, but I think I'll use this one. Just adding to bring out the feathers, really. Oops, what is nose there? Beak, I mean. So like you say, you can add as much of this as you want. You could make any colour. You could have a bright rainbow one. You could have, I don't know, blue, green, any colour really. It doesn't really matter. I know ours are sort of brown, but I don't mind. Right, so I've added a bit of texture there with the brown. And now with another brush, let me find another brush, I'm going to just add on his beak. Yellow. I think we've got his beak covered. Oh, I didn't say how to make the beak, did I? I think you can see it. It's just like a diamond shape, just with the salt dough. And I added that on before I baked it. So there we are. So there's his beak. Right. So finishing off, eyes. We need eyes, don't we? And I've lost some. Here we are. In the recipe online it says use sequins, but I haven't got any sequins. So I'm using bits of silver card, which I got from this box, which I've been saving because it's silver. And here we are, 2 silver circles like that. Pardon me showing too much of my undies. Right, and what we got? Bits of purple felt tip. Just making the line down the middle. Can you see that? Go on again. There we are. And so once that's dry, I'll stick that on to the owl. But like I say, sequins would be good, or little tiny buttons would be good, or just a bit of aluminium foil. So you can see that's going to be where the owl's eyes are. And to finish off, once you've glued those on, you need a little bit of ribbon. So what I've got here is some very thin ribbon here. This is satin cord, which I have anyway. You could use string, you could use anything really. You could use some thick cotton, embroidery silk, anything like that. And what you do is, I don't know if this is going to work because its hole might not be big enough. Yeah. So where have we got the, what we got? There we are. Lost it. Here it is. Right. Right, so this is a fiddly bit really. Make your ribbon, fold it in half. It goes through the hole. Hope this is going to work. There we go, through the hole. and then just put the two ends through the loop to make, haha, it's broken. That's because I hadn't baked it long enough. So hopefully bake it longer and you'll be able to do this. Put it through like that, and then through the two bits through the loop, and it will hold nicely and you can hang it up. I was thinking of making a pendant, but you would have to make the owl very small and also very, very dry to be able to do that. So I gave up on that idea. So here we have slightly broken hanging owl. Hope you enjoy making things this week. I do recommend that website, My Kids Craft. Lots and lots of ideas for solder. Okay, see you next time.